Why does my camera look weird? Am I crooked? I'm probably crooked. Is that better? That might be better. I'm not sure. Hi guys, welcome back to Pavonine Studios, Beauty and Art. My name is Amy. So I just finished doing a look for what I hope to be a montage video for the Bperfect eye palette that I recently purchased, and I wanted to do a few eye looks all in one video without a lot of talking, so I thought I'm going to take that opportunity, or this opportunity, to do one of those looks. Today's video is going to be kind of a brand focus on the M2 from Morphe line. Now I don't have a lot of things. I've got one of the eye jelly eye shimmer, and I didn't use this today because I was using my Bperfect palette, but it's real pretty. I have like put it on my eyes and stuff. It's real pretty, and it does dry down. I also have a couple of the blushes that I'm going to use. I think I have a pink one and kind of a peachy one. I'll probably do, I haven't decided which color I'm going to do. But of course the star of the show, as it were, is going to be the foundation. So the foundation, the Hint Hint Skin Tint, sheer to medium coverage, shake gently. You know, it's kind of a serum-y type of consistency. So usually serum type foundations don't sit that great on my skin, but I did want to try this one because I've been kind of into more dewy, sheer to medium, buildable maybe coverage this summer. And I have the color Hint of Beige, light medium with neutral undertones. And I actually think that this is a pretty good shade match for me right now, towards the end of the summer, where I don't really have any color on my face or anything like that, no self-tan or nothing like that. And I wanted to give it a try today, and I'm just going to use my usual stuff underneath. So I'm going to go in with my CeraVe hydrating sunscreen, SPF of 30, and this is the one that is tinted. And I just have skincare on, so moisturizer, and so I'm just going to let that kind of sink into my skin a little bit, dry down a little bit, and I will come back and we'll get into I'm going to grab a sponge and get my brush out and all that stuff, and we'll get into the Morphe M2, Morphe2 Hint Hint Skin Tint Foundation, and we will see what that does. I have let my sunscreen sit on my face for a few minutes, long enough to go make myself my third coffee of the morning. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to give this a nice little shake. This comes in a little dropper type of deal, which I don't mind. If you saw my Rare Beauty brand review that I did recently, you know that I bought the brush that comes with that collection, or is available in that collection. And this is the foundation brush, and I am going to give it a go today, mostly because that is the Rare Beauty foundation is also kind of a serum-y type foundation, so that brush should work with this foundation. So as you can see, it's a very thin consistency, and I'm just going to pick that up on my brush and stippling motions on my face. And I think that this is a relatively glowy foundation, if I am not mistaken. So yeah, nice, I'd say a light medium coverage, and I'm going to take a little bit more of that. I didn't put a lot on the back of my hand because, like I say, it's quite a thin thing, so I don't want it to, run all over and drip on the floor or my pants or something. So today is Labor Day. I have no plans other than to maybe go get yet another coffee. So this feels very thin, it's very lightweight, and I'm enjoying that. And as usual, I am not putting as much stuff in the center of my face as I do on the perimeter. And I'm not bringing it all the way up under my eyes because I do plan to do a little concealer to see how that blends with this foundation. So yeah, this looks really glowy and it's pretty. So I feel like this is a really, really good shade match for me right now. Remains to be seen if it will work for me in the winter, but I think that it should. Very glowy, very light feeling. Yeah, this is really pretty. I know that's not like a popular opinion with Morphe stuff right now, but this is really pretty. I'm enjoying it. I can still see my skin coming through, but it did do a nice job of covering up any kind of redness and, you know, evening things out a little bit. So, and this brush seemed to work real nice with it. I'm gonna let this sit on my face just a little bit. Okay, so I have my damp sponge and I'm just we'll start light and just kind of go over those areas that tend to be problematic for me. I mean, this is already a pretty light coverage foundation, so I don't want to pick up a lot of product. I have 2 of the Wonder Tint Cheek and Lip Mousse products, and I have the shade Dream, and I have the shade, what are you called? This is the shade Wish. And you can tell that I've already played with these a little bit with a brush, because I'm not big on putting things like this directly on my face. So I wanted to see if they picked up with a little brush, and they do. So that is how I am going to apply them today. But before I do that, I am going to go ahead and do a little bit of a cream bronzer, because I am doing a cream blush and I like to do my bronzer before I do my blush. So I'm going to take 2 brushes like this, one for my bronzer and one for my for the cheek tint, and I'm not going to put those on my lips because I don't like those colors on my lips, but I'm going to use one of the Real Techniques. This is the RT, let's see, this is the 227, so this is actually a powder brush, but I quite like it for bronzers and blushes and stuff. And I'm just going in with the Fenty bronzer, cream bronzer, and we're just gonna bronze up the perimeter of the face just a little bit. And as usual, I managed to plaster hair into my face. So I'm trying not to bring that too far down. And then under my jawline a little bit. And down the side of my nose a little bit. I'm not much for contouring my nose, but I like this and the amber shade, which is definitely more of a sculpting shade or a contour shade. It's much cooler and not a color I would use for bronzer. Okay, so I think that will do for bronzer, and I am going to take another one of those brushes and use the shade, I think today I'm going to use the peachier of the shades, and so that is the shade Dream. And I am going to dip my brush in, kind of swirl it around, tap it out a little bit. And then I'm not just going to put that on my cheek. I'm going to tap it out on the back of my hand so that I get my brush nice and covered evenly, we hope. So I was pretty sure that this would work well with this brush because I had kind of played with it on the back of my hand and stuff. And this is matte, by the way, which is okay with me. I know people are really into like the glowy blushes and stuff, and I am too, but I don't mind that it's matte. So that's a really pretty color. Really pretty. I haven't worn the pink one yet, but I probably will here in the next, day or two. And I don't expect anything different from that color than from this color. So that is, yeah, that's nice. I mean, it's got color. I didn't go in hard with it, but I'm pleased with the amount of blush that it has given me. I am going to go put on the rest of my makeup, finish off my eyes for this particular look from the Bperfect palette, and lips and lashes and all that good stuff, and I will be back and I will give you some final thoughts. I do plan to wear this all day, so I will do a check-in and let you know how things are wearing. Okay guys, I am back and I've got the rest of my face on. Let me share real quick what I put on the rest of my face. You saw most of it, but I did want to mention that I used, for my highlight, I used this Flesh. I'm not sure that this is like a highlight or if it's like a glowy blush, but for me it works as a highlight. It's the shade Certain, and I would open it up and show you, but it is broken. So that's a sad thing. I did go ahead and powder with my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil Powder. Today I used some new lashes, new to me anyway, from e.l.f. And I don't think I've ever worn e.l.f. lashes before. This is the Luxe Lash Kit, and it comes with the lashes obviously, and then these completely useless tweezers. Just saying. So they're not expensive, but don't expect to like those tweezers because they're crap. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I put on my face that you should know about. For my lips, I used the color Cruising from NARS. I used Thrive mascara. I used Inglot liner. I think that's pretty much it. I did do concealer, which I forgot to do on camera. And I used my Giorgio Armani concealer, and I didn't have any problems blending that with the foundation from Morphe. So yeah, right now it's looking good. I don't see anything amiss, and let's hope it stays that way, because I do like it when foundation is a success. And I will definitely report back and let you know how things are going. But for now, I think I'm going to leave it there, so stay tuned for my check-in. Hi guys, I'm just gonna do probably what's going to be the world's fastest check-in on the Morphe2 foundation, the Hint Hint Skin Tint. I have almost nothing to say or complain about with this foundation. I'm super surprised actually. It's worn really well. I got nothing. I mean, the only thing, it still looks pretty glowy to me. The only thing is that it feels just the tiniest bit dehydrated, for lack of a better word. And if I was going to wear this for 4 more hours or something, it's been about 8. If I was going to wear this for a lot longer time, I would probably just give myself a spray of some kind of hydrating something or other, and just to kind of refresh things. But otherwise, I mean, it hasn't worn off in a weird way. It hasn't settled or anything. It still feels, not tacky, even though I have a little bit of a glow going on my forehead and stuff. It doesn't feel greasy or anything like that, so I'm liking that. It's seldom that I find a foundation that I don't have something to bitch about. And other than feeling a little bit dehydrated, and maybe that's because it's quite warm today, that could be part of it. But I don't know. I don't really have anything bad to say about this foundation, at least not at this point. I feel pretty confident that I can give this a thumbs up just based on this one wear test for 8 hours. I wouldn't hesitate to wear this again. Any kind of wear that I'm seeing or anything like that in my usual problem areas, like around my nose, creases right here or around my chin are absolutely something that only I can see, I think, unless you got really, really close to me. And if you can see that, you're too damn close. But yeah, I think it would press out fine with a sponge, anything like that. But honestly, I'm not really seeing anything. I'm gonna leave it at that, you guys, because like I say, I just don't have anything to report other than the slight feeling of dehydration, and that might be because I need to go drink some water. So thanks so much for joining me, you guys. Trying out a few of the new products from Morphe2, notably the Hint Hint Skin Tint foundation and the cheek and lip mousse in the shade Dream. And like I say, you can use this on your lips. I'm not going to do that because I don't like colors like this on my lips, but for a blush, it was super pretty. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's little mini brand review from the Morphe2 line. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.